You need to buy the crypto now. You can actually control and own your money.
In this video, I'm sharing my experience inside Andrew Tate's $49 crypto course. Hustlers University, or the real world as Andrew now calls it, took the world by storm. I'm going to be completely honest in this video and tell you exactly how much I made and how much I lost, so you can make a properly informed decision as to whether it's a good investment for you. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you find this valuable and subscribe for more money-making tips. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So if you didn't know already, the real world is a huge online money-making community run by the top G himself, Andrew Tate. On this platform, you'll find a bunch of different ways to make money online, from copywriting right through to e-com. Andrew claims his methods can help you make thousands of dollars every single month, all from the comfort of your laptop.
You can actually have your money.
If you've ever heard of Hustlers University, it's essentially the exact same website with a different name. He basically rebranded the university because the Matrix took it down not so long ago. And instead of being on Discord, it now has its own dedicated website, which actually looks really good despite having a similar vibe to Discord. It's gonna cost you $49 per month to have access to the real world, which is pretty decent considering how much value you get on the platform. So watch this video right to the end to figure out if the real world is a good investment for you.
I'm ready.
It can feel like a no-brainer to join the real world because for $49, it seems like there's so much potential to earn money on the platform.
Cash! Word of the day is cash.
But I was here to find out if the success stories have been exaggerated and if there was actual practical value on the platform. So I'm gonna put my own money into this so you don't have to. So my aim for this test is to double my money. So I'm going to invest $1,000, and from that $1,000, I'll be looking to make at least 2K. And when you consider some of the results you've seen online, this is pretty conservative. Some people are claiming to have 10x from Andrew's crypto mentor, but I'm not going to be that optimistic. I'm going to go in and see what practical results we can get. So when you first open up the real world, you'll be greeted by a 2-minute video from Andrew Tate explaining what the site is and how you can make money from it. It's really worth watching this video, so if you decide to give the real world a go, make sure you watch. Then as you scroll down the page, you'll be able to see a bunch of testimonials from people who've become rich from the platform. These testimonials look a little too good to be true, so I'm not sure how realistic they actually are. And I have a feeling whoever posted the testimonial got a cheeky cash incentive to be extra positive for the top G. Anyway, right below the testimonials is a host of information about what you're actually getting with your subscription. Again, it's worth reading. Then if you scroll through, you'll see a list of all the courses that you'll have access to which are focused on making money. And then there are also the investing strategies like the crypto and stocks course. And this is what we're going to be focusing on in today's video. If you scroll right to the bottom of the page, you'll be given the option to take the blue or red pill, just like the Matrix movies. If you take the blue pill, you'll be taken off the landing page and redirected to Netflix, which is actually pretty hilarious. On the other side, you'll have the option to take the red pill, which will allow you to join the real world. And as you can probably guess, I took the red pill.
Why would I want you making money?
Now let's look at the crypto campus in more detail. So first of all, you really don't get many resources. The only real help you get is from the announcements on the main channel. They also do calls every now and again. But other than the occasional Zoom call, you're pretty much on your own for the most part. All the material is self-directed, so there's no one-to-one mentorship. This can feel pretty daunting if you're new to crypto. But for the price tag of $49, I suppose you can't really expect much mentorship.
You have to buy it, full price.
However, the worst part of this for me is that you actually don't get direct access to the crypto course immediately. Instead, you actually have to watch 11 tutorial videos before you get the proper course, and there's no way to skip or fast forward them, which is quite annoying. You can't even put them on in the background because at the end of every video, you have to take a quiz on the material taught in that video. Anyway, aside from that slightly frustrating aspect of it, there's actually a lot of value in the crypto course. The tutorial videos are short and straight to the point, meaning you can actually get up and running with crypto pretty quickly. Probably the best aspect of this whole thing is the actual community. The community is extremely engaging and there are always messages being posted. Like-minded people looking to make money online, bouncing ideas off one another. This feature is particularly helpful if you're brand new to crypto and you can bounce your ideas off hundreds of other crypto investors in the community. This aspect alone is probably worth the investment. Anyway, enough of all of that, let's get into the nuts and bolts of the actual earning potential of crypto in the real world. And to do this, we're going to be using investing signals. So an investing signal might sound like a super fancy crypto word, but it's actually just following the instructor's advice on the real world. So the first bit of advice the instructor gave me was to invest 62% into Ethereum and the rest into Bitcoin. To be honest, I half expected different advice because these are the largest coins in the market and probably aren't going to 10x. But I followed the advice and waited for the next signal. So before I go ahead and reveal the results from my crypto signals, I want to preface something. Crypto obviously has the potential to earn you a lot of money, but you can also lose virtually everything if you're not careful. It's an incredibly risky way to invest your money if you don't know what you're doing. So remember, it's your responsibility when you go investing your money, so don't dive into something you aren't sure about. You should be prepared to lose a lot of money if you're investing in crypto. So never invest anything more than you can afford to lose. So with that being said, let's take a look at the results.
2,000 years later.
So my first 24 hours following the investing cycle, my money went up by about 7%, which isn't a bad return at all for a 24-hour investment. This is because Bitcoin and Ethereum slightly increased in value, therefore increasing the total value of my portfolio. My portfolio was now sitting at $1,068, which wasn't bad at all.
Action is doing something.
The next signal told me to balance my portfolio and put 55% in Bitcoin and Ethereum respectively. Day 2 arrived and I logged into my account to see more good news. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum had increased by 5%. My portfolio had now risen to $1,121. So far, I made a profit of around 10%, which I can't complain about. If we continued like this, we were on for some massive gains, but I knew this was kind of not realistic. Probably a bit of beginner's luck. Anyway, shortly after I got my third investing signal, the instructor told me to allocate 16.7% of my portfolio to Bitcoin, 42% to Ethereum, and 41.3% to XRP. He did warn us that this was a risky investment and we were likely buying at the top of the market, and in the short term would face some market volatility. He essentially told everyone to be prepared to lose some money. Regardless of this warning, the purpose of this video is to do what the instructor said, so that's exactly what I did. And as predicted, the next day there was some bad news.
Let's destroy all of it.
I'd lost about 4% of my portfolio value, but to be honest, I can't really complain because I did get warned we were going to lose some money. And even with that loss, we were still up. My portfolio was now sitting at $1,077. So obviously we weren't able to double our money. We did make a 7% profit, which isn't that bad. And I was only putting in $1,000 here. If you were putting in big money, then you would have made quite a decent return here. What I'm trying to say is that this method gets exponentially better as you invest more money. And if you can stomach the risk, this is actually a really effective side hustle. But there's actually another method in crypto that they teach inside the real world that I'd like to show you. I'm going to use one more method to try and double my money before the end of this video. The second method in the crypto campus is called scalping. If you've never heard of it before, scalping is basically where you try and make really small profits by buying and selling different crypto really quickly. Scalpers look for price movements in the short term and look to capitalize by buying crypto really quickly. This strategy has the potential to earn much more than the previous method, but it's also a lot more difficult to conduct successfully and is only really aimed at experienced traders. To give myself the best chance of success, I looked at all the videos in the real world. They were actually surprisingly good and taught me all the basics of scalping. They cover things like profit targets and entry and exit points. One thing to note on scalping is there's a lot to it, so if you're going to go down this route, make sure to put in the time to learn it. The campus recommends you need about 10k for scalping, and if you don't have this, then the method won't be that effective. However, let's take a look to see how I got on.
You mess with me, you're gonna learn something. Hey, yeah.
I actually ended up losing about 5% of my portfolio, which was around $50. This left me at a total of about $1,027. And to be honest, with the whole scalping thing, I did feel a little out of my depth. However, I only ended up losing a small fraction of my portfolio. But I didn't get too upset because it's essentially day trading and it's an incredibly difficult skill to learn. When you're just starting out, you're bound to make a few losses here and there. This is something that's going to take you weeks, months, and even years to master. But if you put in the work, read all the material, and learn as much as you can, this can be a really effective way to make money. You've got to understand you're not going to make all your money in week one, and you've got to take the losses as well as the wins. And just like investing cycles, with scalping, the more money you have, the more money you can earn. But again, never invest something you can't afford to lose, especially with crypto. So, at the end of my experience in the real world, did I get the results I was after? Absolutely not. But I did learn a lot about crypto and actually ended up making a small profit. Sure, obviously the testimonials and the results when you come into the real world are probably extremely exaggerated. But a huge asset here is the community of like-minded individuals that are pushing to make money online just like you. They've got a huge amount of content on the platform, and for $49 per month, I do see some value in it. If you've tried any of the other courses in the real world, say copywriting or FBA, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. In my opinion, the real world is decent value for $49. However, granted, it's not for everyone. If you're a young, hungry entrepreneur ready to absorb knowledge like a sponge, but the real world is too surface level for you, and you want to build an actual sustainable business that can get you to 5 to 10k quickly, then I think starting a marketing agency is the best route. For anyone looking to start their own social media marketing agency, I have a full free course on my channel that goes through everything A to Z on how to start and scale a 100k digital marketing agency in 2023. The link for that is in the description. And with that, I'll catch you in the next video.